Whittaker Brothers since 1945.
Hi, I'm Kyle Mitchell with Whittaker Brothers. We're down here in our service department, and I brought one of the most experienced technicians we have in the company, Harry Faith. Harry, thanks for joining us.
Sure.
Harry, we've got two shredders right here, and customers brought these in. And can you kind of tell me the story of how they got here, what the customer wants, what happened?
Well, the customer had issues with these. These are actually a very low volume machine and not made to take a lot of wear and tear, a lot of beating. It would be just maybe one single sheet at a time. And both machines were basically overused.
Okay.
They just don't have a long run life as far as beginning to end, so you can't go through files with these. It would just be a single sheet only, and they were really just overworked.
Can we fix them?
The cost of fixing these would probably be more than the cost of replacement. So.
Okay, so these are generally lower end paper shredders, and I just know from what I do, these are somewhere below $100. If it's below $100 when it breaks, is it kind of more of a replacement situation than it is a repair situation?
It is.
Okay, gotcha. With this shredder in particular, something unique happened. Would you mind taking a look at this and tell us what happened?
Right. Looks like probably some labels. Mail labels not used, shredded. Also things that'll cause that would be like prescription labels. They stick to the wheel, they don't come off, and in turn it damages the cut head.
So if you were going to fix this, it would be a complete cutting head replacement?
It would, and far more expensive than buying a whole new unit.
Okay, gotcha. Let's focus more on a repairable unit right here.
Okay.
This is a commercial grade shredder. What kind of differences do you see in a product like this that you don't really see in products like this?
Well, this has a longer run time. If you want to do a file folder, you can do all the pages at one point. The motor's not going to overheat. It's got
so this motor right here, it doesn't require rest time. It doesn't have a run time and then a rest time?
It does require rest time. It's going to be a lot longer than the smaller shredders, which are basically made for 1 or 2 pages. This can do 20, 25, and then it needs a little downtime to breathe and then come back up again. But this also has a thermostatically controlled motor. If it would overheat, it shuts the motor off and it will reset itself when it cools.
Okay. Can you kind of explain what this is right here, this hose, and what it does for a shredder? Because I don't see this on the other shredders, but I do see this on the larger ones.
Well, that's for automatic oiler, and what it does as the machine runs, it automatically drips oil into the cut head, as opposed to the smaller shredders that you have to oil by hand periodically. So again, it's made for more continuous use, it's made for heavier use, and it also makes it cut more efficiently with the oil in it.
Do you think if these customers had oiled their shredders, they may have lasted a little bit longer?
A little bit longer, but I don't think to any great extent. I think they were still overused.
Okay. And the final difference I'd like you to kind of explain to us is there's a metal sheath right here, and I know that it covers up some gears. Can you kind of explain the gears inside of a shredder like this, and also the cutting head, which appears to be a lot tougher than the cutting head on this unit?
Well, the gears in this are made heavier, they're stronger, they're made to take, well, let's say a little more abuse if something accidentally got put into it that's oversized, and it is far superior to the smaller machines. Smaller machine would just break all the gears, and this is made to actually take a good bit of abuse before issues could happen.
And in the cutting head, what kind of differences do we see?
Well, the cutting head is bigger. This is also going to be a cross cut, which means that the security level is much higher than a strip cut on the previous small shredder, and many more multiples to try to put those little pieces back together, so you've got more security.
Okay, and I just kind of thought I would bring these right next to each other so we can really tell the difference. I see plastic in the cutting head of this paper shredder that I have in my hands.
Mm-hmm.
How come I don't see any plastic in the unit that it's resting on?
Well, first of all, the oil is going to help repel the plastic. Plastic is not good in any of the machines, but certainly the heavier machine will take more, and also with the oil it's going to help push that plastic out, as opposed to the small machine. It actually melts to the cut head, jams it, and breaks it.
Okay, so plastic is kind of a component of the less expensive, more disposable shredders, and you would expect to see a whole lot of metal in a shredder like this. Am I correct?
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, Harry, thank you so much for your time and your expertise. We really appreciate it. My name's Kyle Mitchell. This has been the Whitaker Brothers tour of some of the high-end and low-end shredders that we carry. Thanks for watching.
For sales, service, and support, visit whitakerbrothers.com. If you have any questions about this product, you can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, or post a comment below.